Phase number 2 begins when I notice that what was working in phase number 1 no longer works. Jordan here from Iron and Grit. Just want to do a quick check-in with my diet. I started my cut about 10 days ago, I think. What's today? Today is December 7th, and I started my cut the day after Thanksgiving, so November 26th, if I remember correctly. I'm down 10 pounds, legitimately down 10 pounds. The day after Thanksgiving, I weighed myself in the morning. I was 207 pounds. Today, I woke up and weighed myself. I was 196.6 pounds, making good progress. I still have 7 pounds to go to reach my goal. Well, technically 6.6 pounds to go to reach my goal of 190 pounds by Christmas. So I don't know how many days is that? How much time do I got? So I wanted to talk a little bit about my approach to cutting fat, my approach to losing weight. I go in phases. I do it in 2 phases. The first phase, I immediately cut out all sweets and sugar and reduce my carbs as much as possible. So I eliminate the processed food. I focus on eating whole foods. I focus on eating beef, eggs, chicken, steak, things like that. With a little bit of carbs, like I'll allow myself to have a little bit of potato, a little bit of sweet potato, a little bit of quinoa, a little bit of rice. It just kind of depends on socially what I'm doing. I'll cut out the sugar completely. I won't have any like sugary drinks. I won't have any pop or anything like that. I will have Crystal Light though, just so I have something sweet. Phase 1, I cut out all processed carbohydrates and reduce all sugars and only focus on maybe a handful of carbs per day. During phase 1, I might have 2 or 3 servings of carbs per day, and they're like regular average size servings, I guess you would say. I'll have rice or half a sweet potato for dinner. I'll have like a cup of rice, maybe a cup and a half of rice, cup and a half of quinoa, like after it's cooked, obviously, or maybe half of a sweet potato, like a good size, well, I guess an average size sweet potato, and that will be my carb source for dinner. And for my pre-workout snack, I'll have oatmeal with honey, with like a tablespoon or with a tablespoon of honey. And I'll have, let's see, today I had a cup of steel cut oats and a cup of oatmeal, and I just splashed a little bit of water in there, put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds just to soften it up a little bit and give it a little warmth. And then I take a big scoop of honey and just eat it just like that. Sometimes I'll just mix it up, mix the honey into the oatmeal, and then just chow it. And then I go to the gym. And that is my carb source. And throughout the day, I'll usually have like eggs for breakfast. So a couple of eggs, maybe I'll hard boil some eggs. Or maybe I'll do like some scrambled eggs with tuna, like a can of tuna for breakfast. Then for lunch, I'll have some sort of ground beef. I'll probably have, I don't know, I don't measure it out in phase 1, but I'll have like a solid plate of like a beef and vegetable. Or I'll have more eggs. And then I'll have my pre-workout snack, like I mentioned, which is the oatmeal. And then after the oatmeal, I'll go do my workout. And then for dinner, let's see, an example of dinner last night was beef and vegetables. So it was like sauteed onions, broccoli, peppers with beef, just spiced real nice. And that was my dinner last night, and actually that was my lunch today too. The night before that, or a few nights before that, it was also beef, but this time it had like sweet potato mixed in with it, so it was almost like a hash, and sweet potato and other vegetables, green vegetables. It was almost like a hash. It was very good. Kale, it had kale in it. It was kale, sweet potato, beef, and had like lots of really good spices in there. It was cooked perfectly. As long as you're getting the vegetables in, as long as you're getting your protein in, that's what really matters, and keeping the carbs low. So phase number 2 begins when I notice that what was working in phase number 1 no longer works. If I'm eating clean, but I'm not dropping weight, like I'm still only eating like a small amount of carbohydrates per day, and I'm eating all my protein, and I'm just eating some eggs in the morning, and having eggs, meat, fish, a little bit of carbs and vegetables all day, but I'm still not dropping weight. If I'm eating that, but I'm still not dropping weight, then I kick into phase 2, and phase 2 is when I actually measure out all of my meals. When I did my last cut, I think I started around 1,800 calories per day, but that was when I was a little bit lighter. I think I've got a little more mass on me now, so I'll probably start out at 2,000 calories Once I hit a point where I stop losing weight, doing what I'm doing now in phase 1, then I will go and I will count out my macros and have a 2,000 calorie max per day. And then I will continue to weigh myself every morning. If by that next day I haven't lost weight, then I need to take it down. I'll probably take it down by 200 calories, down to 1,800 calories for that day if I wake up and I haven't lost weight. Because I am on a tight time crunch, I made a commitment to lose quite a bit of weight in a short amount of time. So I need to be more aggressive with my cut. So that means the calorie restriction needs to be even more strict. That's my approach to cutting. So far it's been working. I have been losing weight pretty regularly since I began the cut, and that's without having to measure my food intake. When I stop making progress doing what I'm doing now, then I'm going to really clamp down and measure everything that I eat and have a strict regimented plan with my diet approach. So hope that provides some insight. If you have any questions, let me know. I gotta go work out, but thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.